are you familiar with the leadership in WoW?
Are you talking about John Hight? Yeah,
Because that happened. That happened.
that happened a while. It's 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, it happened, but we haven't really talked about
Yeah.
it.
That's not a very good moment, but
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. I felt a little bit sad. I don't know why. Because I think like he was like part of the corporate side of things, but whenever you saw him talk about WoW or address it, and I think like the most authentic or genuine interview that I saw him in was the one with Preach, when Preach went to LA and interviewed him and Holly and Ian as well. And from that, because we all love Preach, like when he does his interviews, he's not sugarcoated at all. He just go right to the point.
Yeah.
And I know he said that they really expected that from them. They didn't place out any like prior questions or whatever. And how John Hight conducted himself then, and I really felt that he cared a lot for the franchise and stuff. And also like after when was it all of the announcement for War Within and all of that, like last year when we had the IGN interview and stuff, and he talked about the World of Warcraft franchise for the Warcraft franchise for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
And the fact that things like Star Wars, not recently, are a big inspiration. The Marvel universe, not recently, are a big inspiration as well. It was inspiring, and he was the one to talk about that. He was the one to say, look, listen, we are exploring all
The future
avenues.
is bright.
Yeah, the future is bright, and we have he basically indirectly confirmed, yes, they are working at or having projects pitched in for movies, for series and all of that. And to see him go or leave, because he wasn't kicked out, he decided to leave, it kind of puts a question mark on, are they going to carry on? Because we don't know if anybody replaced him in that role. He was what was the head of the Warcraft franchise, basically. Because I don't know the official title, but he was the head of the Warcraft franchise. And I know that means a lot of suit. I know that means a lot of corporate. But again, if you look at his biography and where he was and how he came to the WoW team, I think he came in 2012 with Mist, if I'm not mistaken, and how he progressed through the company and stuff, I think he was pretty much legit in a lot of ways. And again, he definitely convinced me within the Preach interview. Just putting it out there. Who's gonna come after him? Is there gonna be an Xbox fellow coming in? Because we have Holly, and I love Holly. We talk with Holly. Holly's great. I mean, if the responsibility is going to go to Holly and it's just going to be her,
and it's going to be,
I have 100%
her plate is going to be full. But yeah,
Holly is an OG MMO player, first of all.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she knows how MMOs work from the get-go. She knows modern MMOs. She knows old as MMOs. She knows the tricks. And she's been around in the industry, especially tied really to MMOs and RPGs for a very long time. So if there's anyone who could properly spearhead the franchise in any direction, Holly Lange would be it. Plus, she's like one super cool ass human being. I love her energy.
I don't see anything negative about that. So it's all up for here. But I'm still confused as to why he would leave now that everything is going so well. I mean, it's going so well from our perspective. We don't know exactly what's happening behind the scenes, but
I'm sure.
looking pretty good.
I'm sure there's a lot of problems happening behind the scenes, because there's always this, whenever you have a transition like they had with Xbox and Activision and stuff, there's always problems there. We know Microsoft laid off dissolved a couple of studios and stuff. I'm not gonna talk about that here. It's Blizzard, hopefully under the Xbox games umbrella, is gonna be Blizzard. It cannot be the Blizzard from the past, obviously, but at least hopefully it could be a little bit more independent and autonomous, right? We always talked about this. One good thing of getting rid of the Activision umbrella is Activision was that type of company where it would want you to provide yearly increases, right? This is how it went. Microsoft financially doesn't really operate that way. In one thing, the Xbox game division is, the different beast. It churns out revenue, but not at the rate they would want to. So they want to make a lot of revenue from that.
For sure.
But that's not the same model as Activision. I'm going to mention this again. Microsoft has probably the biggest money in the world right now. I don't think there's anybody bigger. I don't know, but it's up there, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest source of that is like super cloud AI solution stuff. That's like their biggest gist. It's a software company, first of all. They don't do a lot of like hardware tech, and when they do, it's not like the biggest revenue source, but cloud solutions to like governments and big states and all of that, plus like their AI development, that's where the real money comes in. That's how they have their biggest resources.
Xbox is, it's a fun little project.
Yeah, well, Xbox has its own history and it's really cool. I just like after the events that went on with Xbox, and as much as I loved Phil Spencer and whatever, he does play games a lot and he definitely loves games, but he also has to like fulfill the role of a CEO, and that role is not pretty, especially in corporate America. Let's face it, it's not pretty. He's gonna have to like boot people from the studios and stuff. It's sad, but I feel like Blizzard is not safe. After I saw what they did,
you think that's what happened? John Hight was pressured to leave?
Not pressure, not in that sense. They're not safe. I'm like a studio. They're not safe. Like at some point, if they don't do good product or do good sales, they're probably just gonna like close the studio. Yeah, it's such a legendary studio. I know, but it could happen. Nobody's safe. No, John Hight leaving. I just think that there's two things here. Either the projects were piling up and he felt the pressure and he just wanted to like step away from it all.
Is that like the best case scenario?
No. I think the best case scenario is a bigger opportunity like arose, and they never can talk about these things. But if something like that occurred, like if you were John Hight and you had like the Warcraft franchise to work on, and I don't know, The Witcher, or maybe Witcher is not, I don't know, Matrix, something bigger.
I know where you're going.
If you're given this opportunity, because this is the thing, these people who are like head of franchises, they get to like have a vision for it. They get to have like in some aspects a renaissance of it, like a phoenix metaphor for some of them. So yeah, so this is what I'm saying. It's if you get a head of franchise position to a different one, even if it's not that big, you can still have this like, oh man, I really want to take this franchise to a different level or a different angle, something like that. It could be motivation factor for him.
It could be like when it comes to vision and direction of the franchise, I don't know how much conflict that would be with Metzen coming on board and having a say in the overall story development.
Oh, Metzen if Metzen doesn't have something, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to come there and beat somebody.
And although we can, probably have a discussion about how much better Microsoft is for Blizzard, it's still overall a corporation. So I can see some pressure of it being a little bit too corporate. Maybe the life is there.
That's going to happen. Corporations have to make money.
Like I can understand the creative part of a game designer. We're not game designers, but we're also working in the creative department. And when there's too much structure, too much pressure, too much deadline, there's an even bigger corporate umbrella over everything. Maybe that creative juice can be stifled, and maybe it became a little bit too much.
Yes.
So
it's listen. We have to be real here. We all enjoy a video game who was created with the sole purpose corporately to make money. Get that through your head. This game has to generate money. It's that simple. Now, how it generates money, being a good game, being very...
that's the thing.
Yeah. Being something that you enjoy playing. If a game is successful at killing your time, it will be successful. Okay, but it will be successful financially. Okay, now we can talk about predatory methods, and we know Blizzard has made it in the past. We all know Shadowlands, when we strongly believe that Shadowlands was developed with the intent to boost engagement metrics, and that meant to just keep that hamster wheel rolling.
Oh, for sure.
You probably
Torghast,
all the time.
what?
No, yeah, we know. So that happened. Okay, but at the end of the day, like even when we talk about vanilla Warcraft, when that game was created, like the original creators for it created it to be great, to be
a fun game.
To have you like have a sense of discoverability, to make you immersed into it and all of that. Now, the people at the helm of the company who oversaw like what was happening, they didn't go and say, hey, listen, you're not doing... No. They made sure that game, which was vanilla World of Warcraft, had the proper marketing to get to the right people so that it would generate money.
Yeah.
It's a company, man. This is how it works. It's not rocket science. So, just to make a point here, we don't have a problem with companies trying to make money. Okay, it's all about like how the methods they use to make the money, and how they treat some of their creative individuals over there.
We're aware. Some people have been saying something about that some time ago.
Yeah, we've been. Well, okay, not interested in that right now. But yeah, they have to make money, and they have to like pay very, very well the people that create those games. And this was the thing in the past, like the original team and the original Blizzard, up until the Activision pickup, was a great company to work at, and they were paid pretty well. After that, we all know the stories. Oh, buddy boy.
Yeah.